Okay, so I just purchased my Harry Styles ticket last night. I'm so excited. Wednesday, October 28th, 2026, Madison Square Garden, New York City. I found a floor seat next to the stage in the disco area. Yeah, I'm gonna possibly be interacting with Harry Styles. Yeah, I got my paycheck from my work last night, and I'm like, perfect. Now I'll have enough to purchase the ticket. There was one seat left that was under $1,000. It was $900, but it was row 3, next to the stage. Oh my god, it's actually next to the stage. And if I'm right about the layout, I think it's where Sarah's gonna be. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think where I am, I could be near Sarah. So, I am possibly going to be interacting with Harry Styles, everybody. I'm not okay. So, I am fingers crossed let this concert go well. Because first concert, it went well. I just snuck down. Second concert, it was going well, and then I end up having a medical episode at the end of the concert, and this will be my third concert. I've gone to 3 Harry Styles concerts. Harry went on a 3-year hiatus. And of course, I end up finding a floor seat next to the stage, and I'm in the 3rd row. My OCD loves 3s. Let's just say that. So, yeah. I don't know. I was definitely crying when I purchased the ticket last night. I'm like, oh my god, this is actually happening. I used to dream that I was going to get a floor seat and be near the stage. And I got it. And this is the best birthday gift of my life. Other birthday gift was meeting David Tennant, which that one was definitely a perk. But Harry Styles. Yeah. So this will be my 3rd Harry Styles concert in my favorite month, and I've always dreamed about going to a concert in Madison Square Garden because I love New York. So basically this trip is going to be a dream come true. Backstory, story time for this. This was my very first Harry Styles concert, October 18th, 2022, I believe. This was in Cleveland. And I was originally in the nosebleed section, and I snuck down. Not to the floor. I wish I could have gotten that close, but I didn't. But I did get close. I was originally in the nosebleed section, and I was very terrified of heights. And of course, I'm sitting next to a girl in the nosebleed section who's dressed as a banana. Well, I was looking down at the floor, and I'm like there are seats next to the floor that I'm not seeing anyone go to. I think those are empty seats. Why don't we try sneaking down? Because I'm terrified of heights, and I was in the nosebleed section. It was what I could afford, but I'm terrified of heights. I said, there are empty seats down there, and no one's going to them. Why don't we try sneaking down? She said, why don't you try going down, and if you make it down, I will come down with you. She didn't, but I did. So I went down to the elevator, and I ended up in an elevator with these 2 girls, and they accidentally went too high up to find their seats. So they were going down to their seats. They were going exactly where I saw empty seats. I said, hey, I am technically not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be up in the nosebleed section, but I'm very terrified of heights. I saw that there were empty seats next to you guys. Am I okay to sit next to you? They said, oh yeah, come on, let's go. I love girlhood. I love women supporting women. Thank you. So security is checking their phones, trying to usher them to their seats. They did not check to see my phone for my ticket, and I found an empty seat, and I am next to the stage. I'm more so next to the stage. Let's say the stage is right around here. And this is the nosebleed section. And this is the section of where I found empty seats. So I went from up here to down here from my first concert, and I'm so glad I did it. I'm glad I didn't get caught. What can I say? I could be really sneaky. But yeah, this is my first Harry Styles concert, and I had the time of my life. Second concert, it started out well, and then shit went down. So this is my second concert. The first Harry Styles concert, I went completely by myself. That was my first concert ever going by myself. This concert, I went to Chicago, night 6, with my mom. And we were in the nosebleed section. I just took this photo down at the barrier. But yes, we were in the nosebleed section. And Mom and I even thought about sneaking down, because we did see empty seats again. But Mom's like, no, we're just going to stay where we are. And part of me wishes that we did sneak down, because I had a medical episode at the end of this concert. I wish I was kidding. But yeah, we had a medical episode. So I had tendonitis. I've had it for multiple years. I believe I started developing it around 15, 16 years old, I want to say. I could be wrong, but I was a very active child, and I developed tendonitis. More so, that would happen. My knee would crack. And it would pop, and my bone is like really loose, so my kneecap is really loose, and my bones grind a lot. And it sometimes causes me pain, but that was it. That was all it did. This concert elevated that fucking pain. Because I'm in the nosebleed section. I'm wearing like a heeled combat boot a little bit, but I like chunky heels. So it was very comfortable for me to walk in. But because I'm at a height, I'm in a nosebleed section, I'm up by the wall. That is how fucking high we were. I end up having a medical episode. So we're nearing the end of the concert, and we're nearing towards the last 5 songs. And I start feeling really lightheaded, and I tell my mom about this, and she's like, okay, well, we're in the middle of the road. Go to the stair and sit down on the stair and continue watching the concert. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. While I'm sitting down, I start feeling really lightheaded. Like I ended up getting so lightheaded that I'm leaning my head on the stair railing. Like, I'm getting really lightheaded. And Mom's like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? So I get up from the stairs, and I just go and lean against the wall. I'm going to show you guys what happened. So I'll say the fridge is the wall. I'm doing this, and all of a sudden, I feel my legs completely give out on me, and I do this. Completely go down to the floor. My knees were not bent, but they were completely flat. Like, my legs gave out on me, and I slid down the wall. And Mom's like, oh God, what just happened? What's happening? I start feeling so lightheaded and disoriented, and all of a sudden, I start feeling pain in my leg. Security came, and medical aid came. They got a wheelchair, and they put me in the wheelchair. And I'm like, what is happening? My entire leg, from my calf all the way to my hip, is in a tightening spasm and muscle contractions, and it's very painful. And my whole leg, while it's clenching up, is doing this. I cannot move my leg. It was so bad. And I am looking at the console like, no, I was nearing the end of the concert. I could have lasted. I didn't. I went to the nurse's station, and it was to the point that we almost went to the hospital, but we were in Chicago, Illinois, in a state that we were not necessarily familiar with, and we didn't have medical insurance, so we did not go. But I remember they tried to give me ibuprofen and everything, and they kept trying to stand me up. Because every time I tried to stand up, because I had no control of my leg, I would do this. I would fall to the floor and land on my knee, which was causing more pain. I just had to ride the painful episode out. So fingers crossed, being at the stage for my third Harry Styles concert, no medical episode. I might have to deal with very loud bass from the speakers and claustrophobia from being very close to people, but should be better than heights, because apparently heights and Carrie do not mix.